Do you ever wake up feeling stiff and sore, and it's like your body has just suddenly become 90 years old, even though you're like in your 30s or 40s? Your shoulders are stiff, you've got a knot between your shoulder blades. No matter what you seem to do, no matter how much you stretch, it doesn't seem to help, and your body still just feels like it's fighting against you. If that's you, I'm going to explain exactly why this is happening, why stretching alone isn't helping, and I'm going to give you a quick free mobility session that you can do. It's going to make you feel so much better, and you can do it today. Link is there. I never remember which side it's on. And I will also include the link in the description below as well. So I get it. Feeling stiff and achy and sore. I have been there. I have a dodgy hip, a dodgy shoulder and a dodgy back. My whole body is just falling apart. So believe me, I get it. Rolling out of bed in the morning. Quite often people say, it's the bladder that makes you wake up. For me, it's my back. It's my back is aching and I'm like, I need to move because I have seized up. So if you in any way relate to that, let me know in the comments. I don't want to be the only one. And it starts to feel like everything in your day just becomes a little bit more difficult. Like I personally find I have to have a hot shower first thing in the morning because my shoulders are literally up around my ears and I can't get them to relax. And I've tried lots of tips and things where it says, immediately upon waking you should do some shoulder rolls and you should ease things out. But if you're anything like me and you find actually that sometimes makes it worse because you're too tight and actually somehow it gives you a headache and you need a bit of heat and maybe some paracetamol and maybe a heat wrap to help get things moving first thing in the morning. And it starts to feel like, is this just my body forever now? I'm only 32. I worry about what I'm going to be like when I'm 50, 60, 70, and if I make it to 90. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's had that thought of, what am I going to be like in 20 years time? But here's the thing, this is not permanent, and the more you can start to move your body now, the better it's going to be when you do hit 90, 100. Let's go to 120, we're going to make it to 120. So most people think stiffness is just tight muscles. So they try to stretch and roll and just push through it. But often what's really happening is your nervous system has stuck itself into this fight or flight mode, and it's staying in high alert, basically telling your body something doesn't feel safe, so seize up to stop you doing too much movement, because the body feels threatened when you're at that full range. If your arm is all the way out here, that's where you're most likely to injure yourself as opposed to when it's in here. So your body is going to say, right, tighten those muscles, tighten, bringing that arm back in. Now you can't get past there. Keeping you safe and protecting you. Because when your body thinks it's under stress, whether that's from sitting at a desk all day and you're up, shoulders are up around here, or you have a previous injury, or even just daily tension from, sitting on a phone and scrolling all day. We've all done it. But your nervous system is starting to say, I don't really trust movement. I don't like it. Don't move too much. You might get hurt. So it makes the muscle tighten to stop that. And that is why stretching actually doesn't help, because stretching isn't helping the nervous system. Let me explain. Your body is effectively trying to protect you. So if your nervous system is stressed or overwhelmed, it's going to become overly protective and it's just going to lock everything down to help keep you safe. And that's why your shoulders feel stiff and your back aches and you've got a knot right between your shoulder blades and maybe even a little bit of nerve pains coming in. It doesn't mean that your body is falling apart, thankfully, even when it feels like it. Your body is just doing what it thinks it needs to do to protect you from dangerous movement. And I'm using dangerous in inverted commas because it's not actually dangerous movement. Your brain has just decided that it is. So this is why you quite often feel better immediately after stretching, but it doesn't last very long, because as soon as you come out of that, your brain goes straight back into, yeah, but I still don't like that movement. I still don't trust it. Let's make those muscles seize up again, because the muscles never fully relaxed because the brain hasn't let it go and hasn't said, yeah, that's fine, on you go. And it's not just stiffness. This is also why aches and pains are associated with that whole body feeling and you quite often get aches and pains starting to appear in really strange places. Like maybe you have tension in your neck when it was actually your lower back that hurt in the first place. And it's because your nervous system doesn't react to just one point. It doesn't just go, we've got back pain, we'll keep it there. It becomes a system-wide thing. And because your entire body works together, if one part is sore, like say your lower back is sore, that's then going to make you sit in a slightly odd position, because maybe you're going to kind of pull down into that pain. And now you'll notice that my shoulders are at a completely different angle, because one shoulder's up here, one shoulder's down here. So now you might find that twist has hurt your back higher up. You get the knot between your shoulder blades. Your shoulder starts to ache because you're like this. But like trying to kind of correct that and come out of that strange position that your body is trying to force you into, and you have to kind of push against that. But because everything works together, this is why you need a holistic approach, which isn't just one thing, like sore back, stretch your back isn't going to help. Whereas a sore back, going through some mobility, full body mobility, opening up through the shoulders, getting loads of movement everywhere, will actually make a huge amount of difference to your overall well-being and to that back pain. So the first step is actually trying to calm down the nervous system. That means slow, gentle movements that show your body it's safe to move again. Think of it like you're coaxing your brain out of it. No, this is okay. We're fine. Look, we've got gentle movement. Everything feels fine and nice. And you're almost doing a little bit of positive self-talk and treating it like the way that a parent would a scared child. And you're saying, no, like it's okay. Just try it. Look, oh, see, that's not bad. In the least patronizing way possible. But that's actually what's going to work much more on your brain than going, for goodness sake, stop being stressed, stop being sore, just pull yourself together. I have also done to myself, and I can tell you it doesn't work. It doesn't. Because these slow, gentle movements are the thing that actually lets your brain relax and go, all right, okay, yeah, this is safe, this is fine. And once your body starts to relax into it, you can start to challenge it a little bit more and a little bit more. And you can start to add in a little bit more resistance, maybe a few weights, some bands, and you can really start to challenge it so that your body becomes stronger. But you can't start pushing your body to get stronger if you're in that constant tension state, because your body is just going to fight against it because it is not ready yet. And the wonderful thing is this doesn't actually take hours and hours and hours. Even just 20 to 30 minutes per week can be enough to bring your body out of that. As long as you're taking the dedicated time to help calm the nervous system, move gently and slowly, you'll actually find this makes a huge difference to how your body feels by the end of the day. And of course, the more regularly you can do this, 20 to 30 minutes per week, the better you're going to feel. So what sort of exercises are helpful? It's things like gentle shoulder rolls, and we're not even thinking about trying to do the biggest roll that you can. We're actually more thinking about melting the tension down. So it's not how big a roll can you do, it's more, can I feel my shoulders relaxing? Can I feel them letting go? Okay, lovely. I like doing head tilts. Again, you don't need to force it all the way down. You don't need to get your ear to touch your shoulder. It probably shouldn't. If it can, that's a little bit worrying, because we're not looking for the point of pain. We're just relaxing into it, just gently opening up through the body once more. And when you do these exercises consistently, you'll start to notice that your range becomes a little bit more. Like maybe now you can reach your hand above your head when you couldn't before. Maybe you can now turn your neck properly without getting stuck. And maybe you can sit a bit more comfortably. You can scroll TikTok and YouTube for longer before your back starts to seize up. And that is why starting gentle is actually the key. But of course, one of the hardest things to do is to keep that consistency. It's like, well, what do you even do? But when you need to do a full body session, it's hard to scroll through YouTube and be constantly looking for new exercises to do, new mobility programs, especially if they're not designed specifically for this. Because some of them can be very advanced, like an advanced yoga session, for example, is actually going to stress your body out if you're not ready for it. So I have actually created a program which takes you through this exact process. It resets so you can work through the entire body. Because imagine waking up feeling refreshed and not aching and sore. And that's exactly what I'm trying to help you do. Because you do not need to spend hours and hours pushing through mobility, pushing through stretches. The key is patience, some body awareness, and the right guidance. Even if you've been feeling stiff and sore for months, taking these small, mindful steps will help you feel lighter, freer, and less achy. And yes, you will notice a difference after the very first step. I'm on an absolute mission to help people come out of this feeling like they're 90 years old when they're nowhere near that age yet. So let me know in the comments below if you found this video useful. I would love to know how your body's feeling right now, if you've got specific problems, if you've got neck pain, shoulder pain. I would love to hear all about it, because I think sometimes we need a little bit of a rant. Let me know, because I absolutely want to support you through it. Thank you so much.